Smooth. It's midweek. Let's talk about some 49er football. Oh. You know why I'm feeling especially good? It looks like we might have gotten back up on the horse. I really feel good about this team now, man. I'm telling you right now, here we come. Because there are teams that we've got to go back and check out, like the Cardinals and the Rams, so we owe. But that's further down the road. Fam, CMC, I think part of this jubilation stems from the fact that Mrs. McCaffrey's baby boy is back in action. CMC is back. Christian McCaffrey, intimidation factor, propels 49ers offense. Demo got a bag. What? Surprise, surprise, surprise. Bam, if anybody ever took Christian McCaffrey to be just another running back, big mistake there. San Francisco with an out-of-shape foot. I mean, McCaffrey wasn't ready to go. Dude was blowing and carrying on, but he was still dynamic, but not exactly by his standard. I mean, I'm talking out of football shape, still got enough out of him to fly across the country to play in near 90 degrees of heat with a kicker that just refused to help out, put the game away until the last seconds, and still came away with the victory. To the phones we go tonight to pay tribute to Christian McCaffrey for returning the Niners to looking like a lot like they used to. And also discuss the appreciation or not of Deommodore Lenoir's contract. Oh, by the way, and speaking of, 5 years, $92 million. Fam, when the 49ers have never done this in midseason. Have they changed style? If so, thank you so much. $18.4 million per year. Average ranks 12th amongst NFL cornerbacks. Of course, we'll have to wait to see how this deal is structured to determine the future salary cap impact. But a 25-year-old Demo has demonstrated impressive versatility. Remember the first year he came in? Oh, man, that dude, man, he's too slow. Look at him getting beat. He ain't going to make this team. Last season, he played both sides and in the slot and did well. Demo snaps at nickel and crease. Hey, Charles, where you at, man? This is for you. Get in on here, Charles. I'm going to talk to you. Demo snaps at nickel and crease toward the end of the season and into the playoffs. He primarily lined up outside during Super Bowl 58 with just 2 of his 78 defensive snaps in the slot. This season, Demo has held opposing quarterbacks to a passer rating of 65. That's it. When targeted and played 337 of his 549 defensive snaps in the slot, according to PFF. So far in his illustrious young career, see, I'm talking trash now because you know I'm that dude, man. Remember I told you all about Jimmy Ward, man. Oh, man, get Jimmy Ward, get him. Man, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what y'all say, boy, that dude can play, man, but he just can't stay healthy. It's like Joel Embiid, man. Joel Embiid would be the greatest basketball player in the NBA if he could just stay healthy. It's just that way with some guys. So far in his illustrious young career, Demo has recorded 233 tackles, including 9 for a loss, 2 quarterback hits, 1 sack, 23 passes defense, 6 INTs over his 4 NFL seasons, 56 game appearances, 41 starts. Trash. No, I don't think so. 49ers don't either, apparently. This season, the case could be made that Lenoir has been the 49ers' most consistent defensive player on the field. Because Demo gives you the same thing all the time now. That's what you call an MVP caliber player. I'm not saying he's an MVP. Don't get me wrong. It's like, Ronbo called him an MVP. No, I didn't. I said caliber. He's getting in that zone. Here we are in week 11 at Demo. Has allowed just 35 receptions on 56 targets for 346 yards through 9 games per PFF. Dude was set to become a free agent next year. I don't think so. 49ers said, we're not playing that game with you. Get in here. Let's talk. Thank you, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. I want to get a yay or nay on you about that deal. Quotes of the week. Coach Shanahan was asked about Jake Moody's hair filled Sunday and responded with this. Quote, you're only as good as your last kick. Not much different. He missed 3 kicks. I thought it wasn't the easiest place to kick in. The win was weird, especially the decision that direction that he missed in the stuff. It was different, but it was a few big kicks and came back and hit his first game winner on a walk-off. So thought he finished it well, and we'll move on to next week with it. That's a quote. Kyle's gonna. Well, you know how he doesn't really throw people under the bus. I'm trying to think of anybody you've ever seen, because Papa Dragon says the Cabo clique always gets buys, passes, and excuses. But this is one of those moments, so fam, to make you wonder, what would Jesus say? So I went to John 8, 7 through 11. And as they continued to ask him, he stood up and said to them, let him who is without sin among you be the first to throw a stone at him. Of course, at that point, some lady in the crowd got him through and would hit him and shaking the head with a rock. Jesus would look out of the crowd. Mom, please, I'm trying to work here. Fam, I'll tell you what, forgiveness, you can actually, I can do that. I'm going to do it one more time. Because you know what the fact of the matter is, people have been hating on Jake. I thought you was way too carried away with that. Now I'm seeing the light. Jake, you do that one more time, you're going to think I'm a Nick Black right. Because I'm telling you right now, man, because we have to depend on him. He's the only guy we have to do that job. Do it! Okay, let's calm down. Don't get mad. Fam, let's go back to CMC himself. Said he wasn't quite where he wanted to be in his debut, but he also didn't look or feel that far off, though, did he? This is what I'm also pumped about. If CMC thought that he was lagging, good. That means we can expect things to get even better. Well, we know he can anyway. McCaffrey said there's a couple of things that maybe I didn't feel like myself 100%. But that's normal. When you haven't played in a long time, I'll learn and grow from those and keep trucking along, training like a beast, though like CMC does. We'll get you ready to play. But, fam, when it comes to coming out on the field and playing all that training and busting ass and practice and working out, that ain't going to make a difference. There's something about any contact sport you do, same with martial art. Maybe we should work out like bandits. Get into a tournament situation. Bam! Got lit up. See, it's amazing how all the work out in the world is you got to train. You got to get out there and get into the action. McCaffrey found himself stopping, breathing, and feeling every step of the road back from that Achilles tendonitis. Quote, he says, I try to feel emotions as they come. I try to stay even keeled, and obviously there's a lot of emotion when you play an NFL football game. Nobody wants to be on the field more than me. Just to be out there again, to be honest with you, you really realize how much of a privilege it is to play football. Unquote. See, that's got to be right, man, because he's getting paid millions of dollars to play a game that you love to play. Glad to have you back, though, Christian. After an 8-game, 9-week absence, McCaffrey made his 2024 debut against the Bucs. And, the Bucs was playing pretty good. Actually, fam, it still remains, I don't know if he's got, if Baker played a good game, actually. He didn't. His stats don't show it. But Baker was wearing us out on defense. They just didn't materialize. The defense came and did a good job. But if he had Mike never mind. But unlike everybody but me, I expected to see Shanahan ease CMC back into the picture. Wrong. You was right. I'm going to tell you right now, you were right. Jesus, Kyle. That was scary. But the numbers reveal CMC was on the field 57 plays and amounts to 88% of the team's offensive snaps and 6 more than he averaged last season. Got to take it easy on my ass. He did not. God. Mr. McCaffrey's baby boy managed 107 scrimmage yards on 19 touches, a shade below the 126.4 and 21 he averaged last season. It's like he never took a break. 49ers may not have walked away with that win without him putting in that kind of time, though. See, he doesn't do that, we lose. Isn't that awful? Jake, CMC's importance to the offense's past seasons and more pressing their hopes of regrouping and piecing together the second half surge depend on him putting on that kind of work. We just witnessed Sunday. I keep wanting to say something about Jake's contributions and why other. Okay, I said I'm not going to get on him. I'm not. Okay, just call me on it if I do it again. And Shanahan admitted, though, having lied about the intentions for CMC before the game, saying, "quote We knew it was going to be hard to load manage him." Well, why'd you lie, Kyle? You know what though? It's good you lied. We'd have been all over that. He came out great, which was huge. Kyle goes on to say the CMC return, unquote. The CMC return wasn't quite the bulldozer performance it often is, but by the CMC standard, it was a modest performance. It really was. Also, the Niners' struggles in the red zone didn't go away. See, that's what we said. CMC gets back. That's going to stop. The team scored a touchdown on just one of 3 times inside that red zone. Still, McCaffrey offered some of his usual highlight reel moments. He's not going to leave the game without at least 2 or 3 of those, including that basket catch he made from Pete Purdy for a 30-yard gain with that. Niners were trailing by 4 in the fourth quarter, so they kept fighting. This is something that we don't give enough love to. We used to, if we got behind, especially by the time the fourth quarter come, that's it, done. Because normally we never got behind in the fourth quarter, but 2 or 3 times a year. So it was the longest reception of the season by a Niner running back. In fact, McCaffrey's 6 receptions for 68 yards, that pretty much did everything that Mace did, almost. He's 68. Mace had 86 yards in the first 8 games, all combined. CMC is the ultimate weapon. We all knew that. We just didn't realize as he was out, because, you see Mace and Grindo taking care of the running back duties. Oh, he's so much more than that. BP knows, Brock Purdy knows what CMC is saying for defenses. They have to scheme that up. They have to acknowledge him. This is Brock talking, which can open up some other guys. It's the CMC, unquote. It's the CMC effect. Now you've got every guy on defense out there. Where's CMC? Damn it. Okay, I got you. I got to watch my assignment. I'm going to watch him. They got to do it. He'll ruin you otherwise. Just having McCaffrey back on the field helped the Niners offense begin to get back to its roots. Much like other teams that have played the 49ers this season, the Bucs played more man coverage. Florida's, Minnesota. Yeah, all right. I wish we play you again. I mean, dropping their preferred zone coverage rate of 75.7%, average of 60% against the Niners. That's the Niners defense. That's what you do against the Niners, right? But now that plays right into the Shanahan plan. All right. Hey, Hawks, I hope you plan on doing that this weekend. I really do. On multiple occasions, McCaffrey either found himself in a single coverage against a linebacker, which he destroyed for that 30-yard gain. That catch. And you know what is going, that's going to happen every time that happens. There's no linebacker in the NFL that's going to cut. I don't even know if Fred can cover McCaffrey. And Fred can play. And McCaffrey gets to work Fred every day. That's why Fred is as good as he is. It all works. Iron sharpens iron. Right? CMC beat the Bucs. Levante David for that pretty 30-yarder. Within man or with multiple eyes on him when Tampa was in zone. CMC had every last one of them defenders' spidey senses just tingling. I love that. That respect resulted in an offense that worked the middle of the field. And Yak, I say it again, Yak was back. He got ignited. The 49ers just exploded. The Niners had a season high and Yak 175 while racking up 210 passing yards between the numbers. Third best this season. B. Purdy put together one of the best second halves of his young career. Beat up Tampa's blitz-heavy defense attack and spread the ball all over the place. Niners had 5 guys and hamburger place. We had 5 guys with 50-plus receiving yards. In addition, McCaffrey received receivers Jay Jennings 93 yards. Stephen's famed Debo had 62, and Ricky Pearsall 73. Stand your rookie butt up, Ricky, with your touchdown butt. You go, boy. Hey, this stuff, I'm telling you, I'm loving this. Think about it, Ricky. GK 50. All went over 50 triangle. Tied a franchise record for the most 50-yard receivers in a game. Every year, Brock comes passing with another milestone. Niners have done it 3 other times. Kittle praised his highness CMC by saying, when he's out there, it's hard to double cover anybody because if you do that, and then you're leaving Christian one-on-one on linebackers most of the time, he opens the area up for us. He makes everyone else's life much easier. Nobody benefits more than BP. Well, I guess got Brock Purdy. Brock, I mean, a quote. But you know what, though, fam? Brock was actually slop the first half. We talked about that. Yeah. Missing high on multiple throws was something he just couldn't stop doing. He settled in, going 10 of 14 for 160 yards and a touchdown. By the time the fourth quarter was coming up, he got all heated up then. But again, with McCaffrey available as a safety valve, Purdy lit Tampa Bay's blitz, going 13 of 15 for 225 yards and a TD. When the Bucs sent an extra pass rusher, Brock said, go ahead, send him, I'll handle that. That included 8 of 10 for 138 yards in the fourth quarter. Purdy's most completions of pass yards against the blitz in a quarter in his career. Fam, CMC ain't all the way back to being the dog he is, but we are rolling. We all right. Because anything I can, I know it's petty. Because losing to loudmouth Rudy's team cannot happen again this season. He just, you know how you can ignore some people, but he just keeps coming at you with this stupid takes. I can take 5, 6, or 7 of them, and then all of a sudden I'll just explode. I want him to shut up. I want to bury him so far in the SoFi Levi South Stadium that he cannot be heard. So, yeah, the Hawks this weekend. You know what CMC's record is against them? He's averaged 163 scrimmage yards per game against them in his career, the 3rd highest mark by any player with 5 games against a single team in NFL history. The man has posted at least 125 scrimmage yards in all 6 games he has played against the Hawks. Now, if he can do that again this weekend, he would join Jim Brown versus Philadelphia as the only players with 7 straight games, 125-plus scrimmage yards against an opponent in NFL history, including the playoffs. Well, delighted to see CMC back. Talk about him. I got to stop because I can't quit talking about him. I'm so glad he's back. I don't know what to do. Oh, God. Woo, man. Yeah, I know, William. I'm sorry. I told production I was rolling. I said, I'll be in a minute. And I wasn't here in a minute. Okay. My bad again. I mean, you know what? I am going to make a vow today that I stop doing that. Okay? I promise you. Maddie, yes. Get on in here, man.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Maddie, man, I'm just delighted that we're back full. We're pretty much full force. All I need is Dre, and we're back in the saddle again, singing like Gene Autry.
Seems like it, huh? Yeah, I'm feeling good about everything that's going on, man. I don't know. It just seems like we're hitting off right at the right time. And we had a little bit of a rough start, but I don't know, man. I just have a feeling we're just going to kick up and things are going to be looking up.
It's a stretch drive, Matty. This is what we do. You look at the Chiefs, the same thing. I don't think the Chiefs care about what goes on during the regular season, but you're watching them winning these games by 1 or 2 points all season long. Now what's happens coming down the stretch? Yeah. I think we're kind of the same club now. We've been dominant for how many years now? So it's kind of rough going through the regular season. Even when you got guys out like CMC, then it makes it even more difficult. But now watch the 49ers put on their kick-ass boots.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. Yeah. And then I'm looking at the games we've got coming up. Obviously, they're all pretty tough. I mean, I'd like to think, maybe the Seahawks game. Dude, I hate to even say it because it's always a bad thing to say because it's a divisional opponent. But it's like I feel like it's definitely one of our easier games coming.
Yeah, man.
and they're coming to us.
It's always scary to say that. Each and every time I've said that,
Yeah, I know.
relax. It was just a nail
Detroit
biting.
versus everybody.
It was a nail biting. Oh my God! Fourth quarter, and we're down 3. We got 5 minutes. Good Lord, did we see this coming? So yeah, but go ahead though.
Ronbo. I thought we were losing that game, bro.
I
I
did
really
too.
did. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not. I think we all thought so. Damn it, Jake. Okay, I'm trying to ease up on
Yeah.
Jake. He made that more difficult than it had to be, though.
Well, dude, that's a 9-point differential.
Well, yeah. Jesus.
I mean, goodness gracious, great balls of fire, man.
I mean, like we call it on that song was perfect. But I mean, the thing is, Jake, if you don't do that, we're not out there panicking.
We're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
No, not at all. So there's that. I just wonder what it looks like on the field in practice this week with him. I wonder if he's just real. I wonder what his routine looks like. Is he dialing in? Is he really focusing? Is he taking what Debo said to heart?
Well, then see, that's
I
so
understand
funny.
where Debo is coming from.
I do too. What's so funny though? You mentioned I pictured in my mind Debo. He's finished up, and we're all getting ready to go to the locker room. Debo said, "Hey, Jake, where you going, man?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a shower." No. Tell Tabor and the rest of y'all, man, get back over here. Man. I'm gonna sit down and watch, and I'm gonna stay out here with you. All right, you guys need an extra hour. Oh, and as far as I can see, sit out there, put a seat down, and watch him. Put more pressure on him.
Watch him kick.
God, come on, Jake.
Uh,
I love you, man. I want you to get better. We're a team. God.
Well, I can't remember any time in the recent past where we've had any kind of a really. I mean, we had Robbie for a while, so we were sitting pretty with Robbie.
Oh yeah. He was a good.
Who was before Robbie? I forget.
And he was good too.
David Akers.
David
That's
Akers?
it. That's one.
That's right.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
What's the guy
And
that used to come out early and do the things that I wish Jake would do? If he'd have been here before Jake, and they could have been on the same. Remember, he used to come out and test the wind conditions, look at and check it to see how things were going. He was so scientific to his approach as a kicker. He was with Harbaugh.
You have to be Ronbo. You really have to be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like it's really, like I said on the other day, like it's not the same sport, but I think it's very similar in mental capacity as far as like golf. Yeah, like it's all mental. Obviously there's a lot of skill involved, don't get me wrong. But if your mental isn't right, you're not going to swing the club right, and you're not going to kick the ball down the middle of the posts. So
And man, the more he misses, the
I
less
guess we'll find
his
out.
confidence takes a hit. This is what I was most worried about. Every time he misses, at this point in his career, oh man, now he's not going to believe in himself, and he's going to come out there. I'm thinking maybe not. He went right out there and choked, and then choked again. We do have to keep in mind though, his leg may not still feel completely right. High ankle sprain, and from what I understand, is serious business. So maybe that might have bothered him a bit too.
Well, and it's like, when the backup kicker we put in that we brought in, when he's not missing any kicks, why are we hurrying to put Moody back in?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
That wasn't part of the salary plan, I guess. The budget says we're not bringing in any more than how many guys. If we sign in a defensive lineman, we're going to keep it here. We're going to keep the margins where they should be. So at the end of the year, Jake's not saying, "What are you guys doing?" So I imagine that might be part of it.
Well, I wonder what because we don't hear everything, and I wonder what else was said between Debo and Moody, because I'm sure they had another conversation, dude.
No, they didn't.
I have a hard time believing that they didn't talk again.
Man,
you know what I mean?
You played organized sport before, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've all had guys on the team that we had a falling out with. I don't remember ever leaving any grudges with anybody I ever had a falling out with. In fact, usually got together and laughed about it and called each other a bunch of names and smiled and made jokes and went back to playing. I'm pretty sure that's what they did. They've been together too long.
Well, sometimes the people you make the best friends with are sometimes the ones you have the
falling outs with. Exactly.
the falling outs and the actual fist fights with sometimes.
you know.
You know what I mean?
So yeah.
So
Dude,
I've
Phil
seen that more
Dawson,
times
thanks.
than not. So
Phil Dawson.
there. Oh yes, Dawson. Yep, that's it.
Thanks, Jason.
That's the one. That's the name I was trying to think of. But yeah, I'm feeling good, Ronbo. You know, we're going into this weekend pretty healthy for the most part. I mean, obviously we could be more healthy, but I wasn't paying attention. Is there any word on Dre?
No, I didn't see anything about him
Greenlaw?
today. But what did worry me though is McCaffrey was limited. Now I'm hoping they're not saying he's having a reoccurrence of that Achilles thing. So maybe they're just resting.
Dude, you know what
because
that's all about.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I was just going to say the exact same thing, dude. They overdid him on the first day, and it's like, man, Jordan Mason's out there. Like, we got all sorts of people we can give this ball to. You got Garindo. Like,
you didn't have to work him that hard. Again,
he didn't have to work him that hard.
Again, I trace it back to Jake.
So,
I mean, if Jake has us up, maybe Kyle feels a little more comfortable bringing in somebody to replace CMC. Kyle was going into panic mode. Matty, but even though it wasn't said much, we were in a must-win situation. Have to.
We were.
Yeah. It continues this week.
Almost everything at this point is.
So.
I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, what do you think the minimum wins we can pick up and still make even a play or a wild card spot? I think that's what I'd imagine that.
You're right. 2 more losses. That's max. That's it. Matty, we got to go. I'll tell you what. I'll see you Friday.
Yep. Friday.
Score and reasons.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. I can't wait, man. I look, I don't know if I always tell you this, Rumble, man. I really look forward to the chats, man. I look forward to the people in the chat, and man, I don't know. I'm sure I speak for a lot of people in this chat, man. I feel like your family, bro. I really do.
And you got to know the feelings mutual,
Love
Matty.
you, bro.
Thanks. I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'll see you Friday.
Bro.
All right, fam.
All right, buddy. Have a good night, man.
You too. Hey, yo, Anthony.
What to do, Ronbo?
Anthony, I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling like I feel reborn in the middle of the season. Anthony, I forgot to ask Matty, how do you feel? Is that money? Is that right? Is you okay with that?
Yeah, 92 million.
5 years. They stretched that out.
And yeah.
Well,
I guess Kyle, you do know Demo. That's John Lich's boy.
hey, I'm glad it's been pointed out because Kyle, you got a couple of picks that we're still not shaking our head about. Demo, hey, Demo came in. That's Richard Sherman's boy. Richard trained him.
Yeah, but John Lynch loved Demo.
Yeah. Well, I'm with John. I've always been, since that first year, I didn't know much about him. I wouldn't say anything. He was messing up. After that, though, I said, man, y'all, do you notice they're throwing at him, but they're not, it's coming back, and he's carrying it some of the time. And also, the boy is out there missing. So I said, maybe this dude's better than we think, y'all. Like, quietly, he got better. And look where he is now. Demo's a badass. I love it. People don't even throw on him anymore.
Be a good player. I knew he was going to be good when he posted that video of himself locking down. That's just like Ricky Pearsall. You know, when we first got the Ricky Pearsall, everybody going crazy. Oh. And I told you then, remember, I said, Ricky Pearsall, I said, this boy going to be something. It's going to be something different. It's going to be something.
And it didn't have no preseason practice. Has came in for missed the first few weeks. He's coming in looking like he looks now. You're absolutely right. We're seeing nothing yet. Oh.
They can hold him out there, Ronbo.
I know.
You remember one time me and you talking, I said, Kyle and I went and got himself a Cooper Cup.
I'm glad you said that because that just makes Rams fan, that makes them crazy. Boy, they laugh about that. If Ricky does anywhere near Cup, he's going to be better than because he's got better. Actually,
You'll
Cup runs
see.
good routes,
I'm trying to tell
but
you.
I think Ricky might run them better, and that's just not bias.
He
Ricky's
do.
route running is
I was
ridiculous.
just been telling you, Ricky run better routes than Cooper Cup.
That's right, Rams. We
And
said it.
Rambo, what did I tell you about our special team? Didn't I tell you they messed up when they got rid of Samuel Womack?
Oh, but you know what? Even when we had Samuel, I mean, he was good. He stood out, but they were still having issues.
Yeah, but Rambo, you had them running the ball,
He was a good gunner.
returning on the punt return,
Yeah.
just eating us up. So one man used to get down there and he put it, look, on the 5-yard line, 1 yard line.
Yeah. We need a coordinator, Anthony. Whatever that dude's
Yeah, he
teaching out there is not. It's not
trash.
effective.
He trash.
I don't know what he's doing, but it fails week after week after week. Hey, he knows he's done this year. I mean, Kyle
But
doesn't
look-
fire
look-
people,
look
coaches
what
like
they
that in the
not
middle of the
trying
season.
Look what they just turned around and did, Rambo.
Wait, who?
I do believe they realized they messed up when they got rid of Samuel. They went and got another gunner. That boy we just picked up, that cornerback we just picked, Nick McLeod.
Oh, McLeod. I
He's
forgot.
a
Yeah, I
gunner,
saw him picked
Rambo.
up. Yeah.
It's
Huh?
like he's a gunner, Rambo.
Okay.
On special teams,
See,
he's a
the
gunner.
Niners knew that was the problem. You're right.
That's right. I knew we were going. I told my brother. I said, man, they gonna make them. That's a big mistake getting rid of Samuel Womack.
Well, maybe McLeod can put a Band-Aid on that situation because giving guys
Nah,
giving teams good field
he-
position is going to hurt us, especially against our better teams. So,
And my thing is, remember, I'm a little worried about Nick Bosa, man. Nick Bosa, he a little banged up too, though.
yeah, what's wrong exactly? Has he got a hammy thing going on? What's wrong with him?
His hip,
He's got a hip thing
his
going.
hip. They just interviewed him. He said it's about the worst thing he ever played through.
Ooh, and that's saying something because Nick Bosa has been through a lot of different situations regarding pain. Good grief.
That's
How
why
old is Nick
out there
now?
on that field, when he played Sunday.
Yeah,
Nick, he said he playing through something.
and we can't afford for him to sit down. That's just sad because we don't have anybody to cover for him or even come. Because Leonard Floyd, I thought Leonard Floyd was going to do a little better than he's doing. Leonard Floyd hasn't really impressed me but 1 or 2 times this year, and we're going to week 11. Leonard, wow.
Yeah. He said that hip injury. He said it's painful.
No, I know. I've had a hip injury before, and you can barely walk. It feels like it's coming down from your back and into your leg. You can't explode off of it because that feels like somebody knifed you in the leg. So yeah, I know what he's talking about, man. And it came from pounding on surfaces. I coached somebody to stop jogging on the track and jog on the grass because it was really hurting. I could have said, "What the hell's going on?" Like, I didn't even do anything. And it's just constant stress on an area that reacts to it. Hey, Anthony, we got to go. I'm gonna see you Friday. Bring back your score and why we're gonna win. All right.
All right, Rambo.
Yeah, appreciate you, fam. Have a great night.
Appreciate you too, Rambo. All right,
Thanks, man.
same here.
Rams on Santa Clara. You must be ready to go. Ready to go is always saying the stupidest things. He's the guy I'll never forget. Ronnie Lott was soft. Same stupid statement. Nick Bosa's soft. And your brain, it's kind of soft too, ain't it? Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, I'm telling you, man, it's like I need to know that Nick and CMC are going to be okay. I'm ready to go to the playoffs now. I see Dre in 2 or 3 weeks.
Well,
He can take 2 or 3 more weeks if he wants to. And ready to roll.
I'm going to start off with this.
All right.
Debo is trash. He shouldn't have gotten paid the money he got.
That's his mantra.
Going back to what I heard you call me out earlier, so I had to come back on that.
He got yards. He contributed.
But first and foremost, though, I think we're gonna be okay. I think Nick should just probably sit out maybe a game or two. The Hawks we don't really got to sweat about them because Dotson is no longer with them, and Dotson was probably their better linebacker.
Their offensive, aren't they missing an offensive lineman as well?
I don't know if they're missing an offensive lineman. All I know
somebody
is that
was good.
their linebacker Dotson was pretty good. Just quit the team. They released him, and no one knows why.
Whoa.
So
you said released him? Oh, I thought he was hurt.
Released him. No, they released him. They let him go.
You know what that is? That's one of those compatibility issues. He went and told the coach to kiss something, and the coach told him, "Well, okay, I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and pick up your, we'll bring your stuff to you, but you're out of here." So,
hey, that's easy for us then, because we can go up the middle now. Because I don't think they have anyone else to fill that hole up the middle. So it's cool for us. But I gotta say this though, Niners did the smartest thing I've ever seen them do since the entire time I've watched them, from 2002 all the way up until now. That was the smartest thing they ever did, which was sign Deommodore Lenoir now to a 5-year extension.
mm-hmm.
That was the smartest thing. I saw that and I was like, damn, finally some good news.
See?
Tired of hearing about how who's limited and who's not practicing and who's not there and who's hurt. I'm tired of seeing that shit. But
and from February on, you know it's going to go all the way to July
it.
before they sign him. Or August. What am I talking about? July's early for them.
Yeah.
Damn, Niners.
And you know what? You know what, too, Rob? I'll be first to admit where I was wrong about him, because I was one of those people that said, oh, he's too slow. I don't think he's going to make the squad. But he may be slow. He may be slower than Ambry Thomas, but I'll tell you what, he knows where to be at the exact time. And if you really think about it, we have Renardo Green and Deommodore on two different sides. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty work.
Okay, Steven,
and right now,
Steven, let me ask you this, though, before you go to the next point. Steven, now, Shavarius Ward, what are you going to do? Renardo Green looks awful.
I'm going to say this right now. Ronbo, and it's going to sound callous, but I have a good feeling the moment he returns, someone's going to say some shit about what happened to him, and it's going to get him hot, because that's how players are. They talk crazy. And
no, I can't imagine somebody saying, would somebody be that low down? No.
Absolutely. Get in your head.
What are you going
to get in your head, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Look at DK. Look how easy it is for DK to do that.
You're right.
Be real.
You're right. He would.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
So it's
because he's big enough.
I mean,
if you want to swing on him, DK could probably handle that. But you know what?
Man.
If DK did that, but it would be more than just Javarius. He'd have 15 Niners over in his face within seconds. That would be, yeah.
Ooh, Mustafa would run that face quick. Oh. That's an equal fight right there.
Yeah.
Check this out, Ronbo. This is the way I see it, though. This is how I see this rookie defense panning out. Demo being the vet, playing his spot on the left. Renardo playing the right. Mustafa down the back of the free safety. That is a nasty trio to look at.
Yeah,
you got Mustafa, who will just light you up. I mean, really, if he didn't get that hit, bounce off of Mahomes and lit Mahomes up. Oh man,
I know.
Oh, that's
I know he'd love another shot at that, and this time let him be charging and watch how fast Mahomes gets dropped. You know,
exactly. Mahomes would die.
You know what? You still Demo can play both inside and outside. And the thing is, you're still missing somebody to play the slot. Well, one, you need somebody to play either slot or outside. Demo can go both ways. So you got Renardo, Demo. You need another cornerback. Luter Jr. I'm not sure if he's that guy because you got plenty of safeties now.
Nah. Yeah, we got plenty of safeties. We got. I don't know what's going on with Hufunga. I don't know if he'll ever be back. But we got Jair Brown, we got Mustafa, we've got a couple of good free, safeties out there. But what I'm seeing this week, Ronbo, is we're gonna whoop that ass against Seattle. They've always been kind of our punching bag since 2013.
Be careful. Anytime we make encompassing statements like that, especially when we all unanimously agree, we end up in the fourth quarter. Jesus Christ, Phil, what happened, man? And where was the offense doing? And Jake Moody, damn it, that's it for you. That is it for you. You know what? If he does do that this weekend, that is it for him.
There's no Pete Carroll. We've got nothing. There is no
Russell
one
Wilson.
Pete Carroll.
No Pete Carroll, that's true.
No Russ, which is crazy because Russ comes back to the Steelers, and now they're 7-2, and they beat the dog shit out of the Commanders, who we were just talking like, oh yeah, they're
I was shocked. I thought about that while I was watching that too. I said, look at Steelers. Justin Fields, get ready to go to your next team. They're gonna get a common backup, and there's no point keeping you on the bench.
Well, here's the weird part, Ronbo. Here's the weird part. Fields with the Steelers was winning them games.
I know.
And they still swapped him out for Russ. And I'm like, man, what? Tomlin is a genius. He's one of those quiet geniuses that will creep up on you and just overtake you. It's something that Tomlinson does is insane. He's done it for many years, and he's just been toiling.
Steven, that's Tomlinson. He believes in veterans. He mentioned something like that during a conference. Everybody was asking about that. Steven, the clock just races by these conversations about we got to go. I'll see you Friday though. And
I'll see you Friday, Ronbo.
All right. Have a great night, fam. Appreciate you.
And I'll leave it at this. Debo should have never got paid the money he did. That's just what that's my opinion, because he has been absent from a lot of big plays and a lot of big times.
Yeah.
I'll stand on that so he gets traded.
Hey, watch Steven be Debo's biggest fan by the end of the season. All right, Steven. Have a good night, fam.
Have a good night, Ronbo.
Double A. Get in here, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Fam, we just watched the 49ers, and maybe they're going to change their silly ways. We watched Deommodore Lenoir get a sensible sign and trade. Sign and complete his renewal without going through all the dramatics, the silly acrobatics that the 49ers love to do come February. You act like, well, we're not concerned with anything but the draft right now. Coach, it seems that Brock Purdy's agent is not happy with that attitude. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Okay. See, we're going to still get fun in the summer. I just know it with signings. But at least we don't have to worry about Demo. Double A?
Yeah.
Your feeling on that? Are you happy with that? I mean, that he got that contract, or would you just rather not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm very happy with it because, he was getting better each season, and if he was to be a free agent, I think some team will might offer him more money than a Niners would have. So
they knew it
that's
too.
That's why. Yeah.
And can you imagine Demo end up in NFC West? Knows everything we like to do. He is. That's what you sign him as a defense measure as well. Don't have him out here going to the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Seahawks. Now, every play you run, He's seen it a million times. He's going to enlighten everybody on the field. I still think Pete Carroll, because some guys came from our team to his on a number of occasions, sometimes we'd run plays and they'd be right on top of us. I said, how come their reaction to plays is so immediate and they know, as if they knew exactly what we're getting ready to do? Because they did. That's what Carroll did. He started plucking guys off the practice squad and everything else that had been on the team and just sat them down in that room, dark, with nothing but a spotlight on them, and interrogated them. God.
But yeah. So I'm happy for Demo got his contract extension, and now you got him with
Ronaldo
Green,
yeah,
and Malik Mustafa. I think that could be a nasty secondary in the future.
and highly skilled. I'm trying to remember. Way back with Merton Hanks and the Red Hot Licks. The 49ers have never had. We've had guys that could knock the bejesus out of you. Well, we had one maybe stand out here and there in our secondary, but we've never had several back there. It's been a long time. Really long time. So yeah, this could be special.
Yeah, but yeah, and also I forgot to mention Jair Brown.
Yeah, Jair is. Jair's made a few booty mistakes this year. God, I don't want to say the other word, but you know what? He got to get himself together. He's a better player than that thing when he ran over Ronaldo Brown. It took me a long. I'm just now getting over that. Jair, you're not watching where you're going.
Yeah.
You didn't. What are you doing, man? They got a TD because of you. Ronaldo was on top of that play. Damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And yeah, and I saw his CMC was limited today, so I guess they're just trying to
Precautionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he worked him to death. He worked CMC just as hard as he did last year. And the carries, the amount of times he was in the game, he didn't get no rest.
Yeah, and I'm kind of worried about Nick Bosa.
We all are.
Man, he said it was very painful.
Yeah, it's the worst he'd ever played through. You know, you couldn't see it on him because he was still out there working hard. But man, we need him to feel good by the best games the worst games are coming up. Nick can take this weekend off. It'll be scary, but that hip needs some time to rest and heal. They haven't diagnosed it yet, though. I don't know what is it exactly.
Yeah, but you know who I haven't heard? Leonard Floyd. He hasn't shown up.
Man, Leonard Floyd, Robert Beal Jr. The only reason I know remember he was on the team is I saw him in a photo. Who else got over to coming off the edge? You know what? If we could just get back Gross Matos this weekend, I think that would be okay. And give Nick the week off. Because that dude, the games he did play in, he was in that backfield Gross Matos was in that backfield. I said, who is this dude? Now I know how y'all went and got him. Look at him. He stops to run well. He's good. I could see why Panthers said, you got to go, man. He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and also plus we got Malik Collins and that African dude.
Yeah. He does good work. So Nick can take he can take the week off.
And who's that dude? Number 69.
6'9". I don't know.
Is it last name is is it
6'9". That name I'm seeing in my I see it all the time too. I just can't remember who is 6'9".
I think his last name is it
Evan.
his first name is Evan and
Evan Anderson. Hey, but Evan Anderson's not coming off the edge. Evan Anderson's the guy in the middle. He's playing nose.
right.
That's a big dude. Interior's not an issue. You got two guys in there that can just raise hell. We need edge rush though. Because Leonard Floyd, Leonard may take upon himself to step it up a little bit since he knows that Nick might be out for a minute or Nick's not 100%. So we'll see.
Yeah. And but yeah,
Oh, I just feel. Man, I got a red line on our time. Hold that thought. I'm going to see you Friday, and let's continue with that, fam. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Double A. You have a good night, fam.
See you Friday night.
Looking forward.
You too, fam.
Thanks. Yo, Bill.
Hey, Ronbo, how's it going?
Bill, it's going all right, man. Everything's great until you hear about certain guys who are ailing on our team. CMC, I imagine they knew they overworked him and I gave him some time off. He was limited in practice. Come out there and just go through the motions a little bit. But Nick Bosa has got a hip injury going on, and I know how bad that hurts. So I don't know. He said that's the worst pain he's played through and since he's been in the league. My God, I know how bad a hip feels. You're scared to put your foot down on the ground too hard, and let alone explode oh man. So anyway, that's a problem. And I hope Jake Moody is repenting as we speak.
Kyle is hurting the team. He needs to release Jake Moody and put him on injured reserve so that we can win with Jake Moody on Sunday. You might chalk that off as an L.
Hey, Bill, you know what? You got something there with putting Jake on the IR. And then we could get, and then he doesn't, wait, how does that work? Anyway, we could then go get Anders.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can get Anders back up on the roster. It doesn't take up a spot. I mean, Jake's spot doesn't count against the count. And if he's on the IR. And now you can bring Anders in.
Yeah,
there needs to be a discussion about that. If he comes in and has another raggedy game like he did, we'll say the ankle's just not up to. It's not going to work.
Wait for another raggedy game. He proved what he can do against the Bucks. You cannot do that. We got the Bills. We got the Seahawks. No. You want a Super Bowl appearance or a chance at a Super Bowl appearance, you cannot bring him back. Unless you're tanking, then while you're winning games, then you keep Jake Moody for only one purpose, to tank. He's a tanking kicker. He's the guy that you're going to hire to tank for the season.
Bill, do you ever listen? You know who Mad Dog Rizzo is?
Nah.
You remind me of him. Mad Dog has nothing's cut and dry with him. When he's pissed off at something, he just says, I mean, that's it. Nothing open to debate. That's it. He's out of here.
He almost contested that game against the Bucks. We should have been a W without even close to a last-second field goal. You don't want to pull that off against the Seahawks, man. They're still firing. They're an up-and-coming team. Don't play with them. We right now own them, and I want to keep the ownage right now, and I don't want to have an L this Sunday. And I mean, maybe you might want to bring him in against the Bulls. If you know we ain't going to win that game, there ain't no shot, then there you go. I mean, but against the Seahawks, no. You set him down for a week and say, hey, the dude has emotional issues. We're going to put him on IR to have him seek a psychiatrist or whatever it takes and put in Anderson. We need to find a way to set that kid to find himself.
You know, you have to. First, he's got to be diagnosed by a professional, and then you can do that with him. You can't just
have a diagnosis. We need to make sure that he's okay mentally.
I'm feeling you because I can't go through another week of him doing that. Because right now in the NFL, kickers have taken on a whole new. Their premium has went up. Teams all over the league are winning games with a field goal kicker. This last week was extraordinary for that. It's just the way it is right now. So these are one of those trends that goes and comes. So yeah, the importance of your kicker right now has never been higher. So he's got to come in there and start because games are being won by close scores. So you got to have a kicker.
Well, I'm sure Dallas would take him. I mean, their season's over with. I mean. They're notorious for signing.
No, Dallas has enough issues with Micah talking too much and Jerry appreciating what he said. And I understand exactly what he was saying. That's not what he meant. He did not throw any coaches, anybody else under the bus. And Jerry should have said, and I feel the same damn way about him. You know, the Cowboys, that building is gradually just burning down. I love it.
At least we can say without Cowboy fans, at least our hardship's not behind that. We have a shot at the playoffs. They never. See, the thing about the Cowboys is no matter who they got on their team, their season is over before it starts. We got hope. They got no hope. You get where I'm going with this?
No, I know. But there's no point. Dallas is going to take him. He needs to be sat down for 2 or 3 weeks. You know, you put him on the IR for whatever time it needs and let him get his head back together. I agree with you. There's something going on. And I'm worried about his confidence now even more than it was coming into this game. He wasn't ready this last week.
I don't think he's ready at all. He needs at least about 4 or 5 more weeks to practice on kicking. And maybe you could call him, saying he's sick, he's got the flu. You could do anything, the flu, or, we have other sicknesses out there that you could claim that he's out there for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. Or, Bill, you'll appreciate this. They could do like Jerry Jones and send him to the hospital, have a hamstring operation. There's nothing wrong with Dak's leg. You just send him in there to have a reason to get him out of here. So, we'll see.
That's funny, man. But I just don't want to deal with a loss. I don't want to deal with that heartache. I want to blow the Seahawks out, send them home in their playoff chances, and I want them to take a seat right next to the Cowboys and know that their season's over with.
That's to be TBD. Bill, good stuff. I'll see you Friday, and let's talk about what's going to happen. You can bring in one of your wild angles on whether we're going to win or not. I always love that.
Well, it depends on if we got the kicker or not. By then, you'll have to answer the question. Make sure you have that answer on Friday. I will give you the proper score.
I'll be ready. From Big Bill Rizzo. Hey, Bill. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo, how's it going?
Tony, it's all right, man. I'm feeling relaxed today. You know what you got to do. You got to do things. Drink green tea, listen to temple music and stuff like that, and just relax after having gone through what you went through. I don't remember any game in recent memory of that high of stress, and a lot of it was induced by the 49ers, because as we always say, the 49ers are the best team in the world at beating the 49ers. And so we sat there and we watched 4 quarters. We win the game in the last second with a field goal that narrowly missed. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was rough. And we watched that on purpose. Why did we do this to ourselves, Tony? But Tony, you got Demo's new contract. Show some love for CMC tonight is what I'm doing. What are you thinking?
Yeah, man, we escaped that one. Yeah, that was that was a tough loss. I mean, a tough win. It almost felt like a loss.
It did, right? Everybody was pissed off after the game. Nobody realized we won the game. Oh, God, I was raging. And mostly everybody you talked to, I think there was a couple of voices of reason. Guys, you act as if we lost the game. I forgot about the score. All I know is what I went through the whole 4 quarters. God.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with Purdy. Early on, I think some of the balls he was throwing were sailing high. Yeah. And I'm not sure if he could get a grip on the ball. It was hot. It was humid. But,
it could be.
He led 2 drives that were pretty good. That ball he threw up to Christian McCaffrey was great.
Ooh, there's film on that. Do you know McCaffrey had not come out of his break yet? Wow.
No.
That's why Brady said, Jesus Christ, I didn't even know if I could do that. Floated it up. The timing was unreal. McCaffrey did not have to, he reaches out to get it. He said, look at it, see where it's coming from. I said, how the hell did he do that? People got to get off of Brock Purdy. He could play.
Yeah. I'm really happy for Demo, man. That contract is a lot of money, man.
I know, right? He's got to be as happy as could be. I hope he plays well. You know how guys do. They get paid, and all of a sudden they kick back and relax in their private pool and sauna and sipping on fun stuff. And I don't know if he's married or not, but you got 13 girls running around with, let's say they're not dressed fully. And, it makes a football player soft, though. I need for you to continue to focus, though. You got paid, okay. But still be Demo.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a guy that doesn't take...
nonsensical, huh? I agree. You're right.
Yeah, I think you can say... I've always wanted that Nick Bosa and even his brother Joey. Are they? I do think they love the game, but there's a part of me that wonders if they have this plan. Maybe like a 10-year career, but also get paid and retire. Which isn't. I'm not gonna fault them for that. That's
both brothers. Yeah. How many years has Joey been in the league already? He's a year or 2 in front of Nick?
I think that's about right, yeah.
They're approaching, then, the exit time.
Yeah,
I haven't thought about that, Tony.
I don't know how long Joey Bosa is going to stay in the league. Sometimes I wonder if he's going to end up a Niner at some point, but I don't know.
And a cheap price, because Joey, he's not really worth it to his team. Joey comes in, he's like the Joel Embiid of the NFL. Great player when he's on the field, few or better, but he's not going to be out there much.
Yeah, he's your best ability is availability, and he's not always out there.
Oh, he's out now, I think. Oh, what a combination, though. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on the edges. When I saw that, oh, my Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. But then again, Joey with the absent thing, so not happening. Khalil's slowing down, too.
Yeah, aren't the Chargers one of the top-ranked defenses?
They're doing well, though. Offensively, they're starting to take off.
Yeah.
So, well, as soon as Harbaugh got over there, he changed the culture. He's a winner. He really is. Well, he's proven that enough. So there you go.
Yeah, anywhere he goes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Anywhere Harbaugh goes, he can put a winning culture together. Yeah, definitely.
But we got our own situation we got to deal with, because if Nick's not feeling well, it doesn't bode well for us. But did you mention how you feel about Demo? Everybody's got the same thing to say about Demo, pretty much. What from beginning to end to now, Did you see this coming? Would you have predicted when he first came to us and everybody was saying bad things about him? I thought Ambry Thomas, between the duo, was the better. And now Ambry Thomas is probably on his way out, and Demo's doing a great job, unless Ambry comes up with some kind of miracle comeback next year. So, God, what if he did? Oh, my God. Ambry Thomas on the outside, Demo on the slot, Renardo on the other side. Oh, Ambry, man, is there something you can do to get better? He's got the raw tools. Ambry Thomas is the quintessential. He is the prototype. He's long. He's fast as hell. I mean, I don't know what is his problem. It's mental with him, I got to feel. He had one good year or half a year with us. Okay, I'm done. I start going off. I can't slow down. Stop. I'm sorry, Tony. Go ahead.
No, I think Ambry is a little hit and miss. He'll definitely put he'll definitely put his best game out there, and then for some reason he'll just consistency.
Exactly. Because he's shown flashes. He did. That play against OBJ when playing the Rams, I'll never forget that. And several other times, too, he made great plays. But then back to mediocrity, suddenly, without any reason. You look at his face, it doesn't look like he even worried about it. Anyway. We'll have to figure something out with that. Because Javarius Ward, I'm wondering, because honestly, ideally, if you can keep Javarius Ward, you've already paid Demo. You going to pay Javarius? What are you going to pay him? The Nick Bosa thing is a problem. We've got other players, too. I don't know how the 49ers even paid Demo when I think about it. They did, though. Well, okay, you Luder, Yidam, I know. Rocky Scene, and these guys have already proven, though, they're not Javarius or Demo. Anyway, we'll see. What else you want to add, fam?
So what do you think we should do about the Nick Moody situation? Because we obviously need a kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill's wild idea, I kind of like it. I put Jake on the IR for the rest of the season. I said, Jake, you're not going to lose any money, but what I want you to do is I want you to reflect upon what your future is going to be like with 49ers, and I want you also, you're going to be working on your game as much as possible between now and next season. I want you to come in next season so we can't even think twice about bringing you in. All right, how about that deal? And Anders is going to come in and take over for the rest of the season, and I want you to take any offense to it, but just, as I say, please get better, and you're the guy. You're the guy going forward, okay? I mean, you got to talk to him like a child now. So, just to make sure that he keeps his head in the game. I like that idea, actually, because he's scary. Man.
Yeah.
All right. We got to go, though, Tony. I'll see you Friday, all right? Bring that score and reasons.
Yeah, fam.
All right. Night, Tony. And to be followed by another Tony. Tony!
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony. Well, Tony, the 49ers did something completely out of character, and I know if anybody can appreciate that, it's you. Tony's all over Kyle's ass as much as anybody, but this time Kyle and John did something that even my boy Tony's got to appreciate to some degree. They went ahead, instead of going through that, I almost said something bad. Anyway, that dog and pony show they like to go through every offseason with re-signing people, they went in, they signed them now. I couldn't believe it. Your appreciation on that, and the fact that CMC is only going to look better week after week.
Yeah, it must be sick, Ronbo. Must be something wrong with it. Signing someone up already? Jeez. I wonder, I thought to myself, aren't they going to wait till he holds out?
Oh, yeah, maybe at least. You know what? Hey, Tony, I just realized something. You made me think, though. Jed probably walked in just casually. He's walking down the hallway or something in the facility and walks in. John, can I speak to you for a second? Listen, you know what? what I want you guys to do, and just help me because I've aged a lot since you guys have come over a few matters. And in fact, if you could just make some signings between now and next year, it would help lessen the cost, for one, and put the stress down to a level we can all live with. What do you talk about? I'm talking about, can you sign Deommodore Lenoir, whoever you plan on signing? Anybody can sign now. Let's get it done. He walks out of the office. I can see that. Just like us, probably. He's tired of these antics every offseason.
You know, that's a good thing that's happened to the team. But what worries me is when your quarterback throws for over 330 yards,
53 to be exact,
and you know, and you win by a field goal, that means Kyle Shanahan. At the moment, we don't know as we're going on further in the season, but at this point in time, he couldn't scheme up a wet dream.
I know. I don't. The red zone is still an issue.
Usually,
we were in there all the time. 3 times, yeah.
With a team like our team, usually Brock throws over 330 yards. There's 30 points on the board,
and 2 TDs. Yeah.
2 or 3 minimum.
No, I mean he throws. I'm sorry, he throws for 2, and I agree. I don't know what's going on.
You have a look at last year. How many? What do you call it? You know, what was the saying? If you want to beat Purdy, you got to score over 30.
I like that. That should be on a T-shirt.
But it's not the case this year.
I know. I clearly know.
And how are we going to go December 31st against the Lions? Are we going to get our ass whooped or what?
You know, the Lions, I'm hoping by then the 49ers will be in some kind of a groove. I figure McCaffrey will have enough weeks under his belt that red zone thing will fade into nothing. Unfortunately, this team fully depends on Christian in certain situations, and that's one of them.
Okay, we know that. We know that he's a key piece to the offense, but you can add to that key piece, God damn it, all right, and put Garendo and Mason in there to create the confusion you need to bust these, spread the opposition team out. Instead, they know he's an idiot, all right, and I'll just stack 6 or 7 in the box and see what happens. If it's going well, we'll keep doing that.
Yeah.
He's not going to change.
Well,
right? Like I said to you on Twitter.
He kind of did, though, this weekend.
Carl's the type of person that says, nobody tells me what to do, not even me.
I enjoyed that one. Tony, you know what? Brock, he fed on that this weekend. We just couldn't get punched into the end zone for reasons unknown just yet. But they paid for that, and they backed off toward the end of the game last quarter, though. They started out at a blitz rate at 80-something%. They brought it down to about 60 by the time the game was over because Brock was starting to eat them up on that. And that's, again, because of the McCaffrey factor. Defenses have to respect him. Even when they're in zone and when you're in man, what they do is the 49ers set it up so now McCaffrey ends up playing with a linebacker, and the linebacker can't cover McCaffrey. So, and when you're in zone, everybody's watching McCaffrey, even though he's not in your part of the zone. He wreaks havoc. And so that's going to become a thing going forward. So I figure they'll work on that.
I understand that, Ronbo. But the opposition teams aren't stupid either.
True.
And they know that was McCaffrey's first game back.
Yep.
So they're not going to be expecting too much from him. You know what I mean? Kyle's got to think of that shit
point.
too. Not just, you know what I mean? So you got to put Garendo and or Mason out there to help the bloke, for crying out loud.
If for no other reason but to give him a breather.
Instead of handing it off. Instead of handing it off to McCaffrey, hand it off or short to intermediate pass, towards the numbers. You don't have to always go long. Start the game off throwing the ball. Why? Start the game off running the thing.
Like you're saying, they were stacking the box and they were trying to get him off that line of scrimmage. But the thing is, Kyle, everybody knows that's what you're going to do. I don't know why they haven't adjusted that, actually, even more so.
Well, like Trez was saying the other day, why are we coaching the team? Respect that. We're armchair experts.
Gospel truth there too.
You know what I mean? We're armchair experts, and we got to coach Shanahan along because he can't see the forest from the trees.
I know. I don't know.
Make the adjustment, for crying out loud. You used to do it. What happened?
And had guys in wide open spaces.
Did Rick Ross rub some of that baby oil, P. Diddy baby oil on you, and you lost your mind? What happened, mate?
You know, the thing is, the league caught up with this. Remember that Minnesota game? The league has caught up with a lot of what Kyle does because, like you're saying, it's too repetitious. He does things that you can see how the puzzle's being built. Kyle himself admitted he does things because he's building towards certain kind of ends, and that is being seen now. It has been diagnosed and figured out. You know, he's got to make some changes coming under the way.
If you have to rely on your kicker to win a game, all right,
especially with Kyle,
you're not winning the Super Bowl. However, I will say this: if he's playing possum and he's playing really conservative and he wants to keep what's in his brain for the playoffs, I'll give him a pass. If he breaks out into the playoffs and just whoops everyone's ass and gets them into the Super Bowl, but then he's got to get over that other hump too, the Super Bowl hump. How many chances are we going to give this guy?
Oh man, and it's not going to get easier this year either.
I know the younger guys get the shits because they're young, but we get the shits, Ronbo, because we're old. You know, I'm over 55, mate. Look, how long? I haven't got that much more to go. I want to see another Super Bowl.
Well, you're going to see one, you know, because it's the 49ers are still a good organization. One thing I do like about Shanahan and Lynch, they're going to keep a good crop of guys. I can see right now, but we'll see if they can get the job done, though. I think not much longer.
Mate, we've been talking about this on Red and Gold Radio and the Ronbo show for over 10 years. 10 years have gone past, Ronbo.
We're gonna get there, Tony.
Bang.
Keep the faith. We're gonna go. Hey, let me see you Friday. I'll be looking for you too.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone else, Big Show, Papa Dragon, and our resident bastard, 49er Brian. He hasn't been on.
You have a great day, Tony. Cheers.
All right, brother. Cheers, my man.
Hey, yo, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's the night going, buddy?
All right, man. Yeah, I'm starting to feel good about our chances now. I got a feeling the 49ers, they got plugged up. The only sore spot we had this past weekend was Jake, and I got a feeling Jake's going to get back on the horse in a minute. He's got to stop missing everything.
I hope he sees a shrink or a therapist.
Yeah. We also got to change some things. We got to start scoring. They got to stop stalling in the 20-yard line and 10-yard line.
And our punter is injured for Sunday, so we got a punter we picked up from Green Bay's practice squad.
I heard Mitch was hurt. What, a back injury of some kind?
Yep, he's back. You know, I know what's funny? All right, you know Cohen, you know the guy that's on YouTube. He was on the same airplane going back to San Francisco as the new punter that we're going to bring in. They didn't see each other, but then, yep, he was sitting right next to him. He didn't notice until they.
Can you imagine? Yep. I one of the punter didn't say, "Hey, I know who you are."
Cohen, yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, it's the first year I've ever. I can't remember the last time we had a kicker and a punter go down.
He's been in the league for 9 years. This guy's been in the league for 9 years. He was drafted in 2014.
Damn.
So he's been around.
You know what's good about that? But I wonder where he's from. I like my kickers.
He went to college in Cincinnati and Miami.
Okay, so he's just an everyday punter. One thing I like about Mitch Wisnowski, being from the rugby leagues.
240 pounds.
Yeah,
he's a 240-pound guy.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Michael. Mitch does not kick like an American kicker. That's what I enjoyed about him the most. Yeah. The ball did weird things.
They're good kickers. They're good athletes. Don't get me wrong. They're good athletes. I like them. I like people like that, rugby players and all that.
Kyle didn't use him as much as he could have. Yeah, Mitch could have ran the ball. Mm-hmm. We could have had a few first downs. Mitch could run. And we already know he can tackle. So.
And tomorrow's going to be a good game. I'm going to watch that because my daughter's Eagles are playing the Commanders tomorrow. That's going to be a good game tomorrow.
Ooh, now that's going to be special.
Yep.
God, that's going to be good. I can't wait for that one.
That'd be for first place because you look at Washington, I think it's for first place. I think they're. Yep.
Oh, it's got to be. Washington, the Eagles are coming on strong though, so I thought Washington was going to win it all, but the Eagles are coming on strong now. That's going to be a fight between them
my
two.
friend put money down on Sunday for the Patriots upsetting the Rams.
Are they playing? Are they playing in New England? Or are they playing in Los Angeles?
New England, and it's cold. The Ram fans, you better know it. Really cold. Yeah, really windy and cold. I don't think you're going to be used to the cold. You're indoors. You're not going to be used to the cold. You know. Yep, it's really cold.
Hey, Matty, that's not the same New England team that we played either. They're a little different now too.
Nope.
That coach has made them straighten up.
This quarterback from you better watch it.
I'm talking about their defense.
Don't take them easy, Ram fans. The Ram fans thinking what happened when you lost to Miami.
2-6. Now they're 3-6.
Rudy was live today. Rudy's like sitting in the car with a Big Mac. Says, "I don't know what can I do. What can we do to win, guys? We can't afford any more losses." Oh, no kidding! You can't afford any more losses. You're gonna lose. You're still gonna play Buffalo. You'll get beat by Buffalo. That's gonna be another loss in your book.
Rudy, you think we lit you up on Twitter? On X this other day. Boy, you lose to that team. Boy, it's all over but the shout.
They're playing the Eagles after this game. I hope the Eagles beat the Rams. Oh, that'll be a dream.
Playing the Eagles this year. And man, you know what? They've got past. They haven't been scheduled against the Eagles for how many years? They deserve that. Oh, that's an annihilation.
You know what I like to see Rudy's team play next year? I wish they had it on the schedule. Play the Chiefs.
Yeah, they never play the Chiefs.
They wouldn't laugh.
And that's why I was talking trash. You guys are Chiefs are your Achilles. That's your kryptonite, ain't it?
And like I said, Tony Rice Hawkins will be back. Trust me, they'll be fine. They're going to win this week. Atlanta's going to win this weekend, I think. They just said that one loss with the Saints. It's all right.
Yeah,
maybe they'll wake up.
You always lose at least a game or two that you're not supposed to lose. Who do they play this week?
Tony, your team is fine. Your team is. Yeah, I don't. Tony, do you guys know who Atlanta's playing this week?
I'll find out. That's okay. We'll see in a minute. But
we got Seattle. I got a lot of Seattle friends too. I got one female that my daughter hates, and she's an Eagles fan. No, Seahawks fan. Seahawks fan.
There's lots of Hawks fans. They built a reputation. Hey, Tony, though, talk about Demo. I mean, he just got signed a big deal. What do you think it's going to do to our chance of signing other people next year? And are you happy with that deal?
I'm signing Debo with a big contract. We got other guys we got to think of, man. But I guess Debo's, Shanahan's, like buddy. So they're gonna, he's gonna keep him. He likes Debo. And Debo looks good with the boombox.
Tony, are you saying Debo or Demo? I said Demo.
The corner. Okay, the corner. I'm happy about that guy.
I didn't hear the M sound. I thought you got confused. No. Yeah, Demo. Yeah, he likes Demo. Demo actually Lynch is the one who brought Demo in.
Oh, yeah. Good. Good connection there. Bring him in. Bring anybody that's good. Bring some of the old 49ers back.
So,
That's all right. That's one.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why you don't have to worry about this summer, because every summer we get to hear about all kind of people that are pissed off about not getting paid. It's so tiresome.
You know what I like to bring back? The guy that we got rid of to Jacksonville. I like to bring him back. Who's the guy that Jacksonville got from the 49ers?
Well, they got Eric Armstead.
I'd love to get him back.
Eric Armstead?
Yep.
Is that who you're talking about? It seems like we have another player over there, too. Armstead.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael.
No,
Eric can't. He'll give you maybe 6 or 7 weeks. Eric just can't. Eric was out with Jacksonville for a bit, too.
That's the problem. And look at some of these other athletes we got. Look at a lot of these other guys like you. Well, some of these other guys. Look at Debo sometimes.
Yeah, but
I'm just afraid Debo gets hit.
Yeah, well, Debo.
I'm afraid if Debo gets hit,
he'll only be out a couple of weeks. Eric would take out extended periods. It was getting worse. That condition he has is chronic. It's going to come back.
Yeah, that's tough. And you're old and all that stuff. That's tough.
Yeah.
But I just hope that I hope the Sunday's game. I hope we beat Seattle. I just hope, you know what I mean? The main thing we got to make sure is Arizona loses. Well, Rams, they'll hope they lose. But Arizona.
Who do the Cardinals play?
Arizona's the key. Arizona, who they play this week?
I don't know. That's the thing, though. Their fate may be determined by the fact that since they were bad last year, well, they weren't terrible last year, but I mean, the thing is, their record brings you the kind of schedule you're going to get the following year, and it's not that tough, except for us.
That's the tough part. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a three. It's going to be like the NFC West is still open. It's like anybody's game. Anybody, whoever wants it more. I'm hoping we're the one that bites it.
Kind of. Some teams are just not
the Rams will be down the basement. Rudy, you'll be down the basement. I'd like to see you down the basement so we can call you down.
Somebody seems to be having a hamburger somewhere.
Yeah, he's a quarter pounder. He's eating some of those quarter pounders, You got those whoppers down there. It's all right, Tony. You could just keep on roasting those Rams fans. We're Texas boys. Dallas, Monday night, goodbye. Houston's going to knock you out.
Michael,
making a 4-game losing streak.
They already did.
Yep.
Michael, we got to go. I'll see you Friday.
All right, see you Friday.
Right.
Friday the score. That's right. Bring on the scores, baby. Have a good night, Tony Wright. 49 Brian, all William Roberts, all the girls. Have a good night.
There you go.
God bless and see you guys Friday.
All right, looking forward to it. Night, Michael. Eric! Speaking of Hawks people, Eric. But Eric's like the coolest Hawk fan you ever seen in your life. Eric is like, the guy's, he's got objective. He doesn't just come in and do like a Rams fan that has absolutely no objective, no sense, makes no rational meaning whatsoever, and just makes up lies as he goes along. Eric actually gets in and you can talk to him. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you be doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm okay. We just signed one of our better secondary people, and most of us are surprised, if not all of us are surprised, the 49ers went ahead and made a move like that before the season ends so they can drag it out, and all. Yeah, and Eric, is there anything worse than the media? When the media starts saying things, their perspective is always like to make you go crazy. You notice that?
Yeah.
You're sitting there reading things. Deommodore Lenoir says he's not happy with the 49ers, and at this point he'd like to be traded, and it is blah, 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 blah. And when in reality, Deommodore Lenoir never said that. What? And also, where are your unnamed sources? Shut up. You bite on it because you don't know what's going on, really.
Yeah, for somebody who's unhappy, Ronbo, I tell you, that was a pretty quick signing for somebody who's unhappy.
Yeah, I know, right? But that would have been the case. If he didn't sign now, in the summertime, Demo would have been out shopping, and either your team or the Rams or the Cardinals or somebody would have been offering him more than the 49ers were willing to pay. He got 5 years, damn near $100 million. Now, he would have got the $100 million from a lot of teams, maybe. 5-year contract. You can spread that out. That doesn't hurt your cap hit that badly, actually. And the player's happy. He's going to be a $100 million man, provided he can stay healthy. I'm sure they got clauses that the contract becomes null and void at a certain point if the 49ers decide they want to do so. But you've got a guaranteed amount of money coming, and usually most football players are happy because the $100 million contract, even if I got 60 of it, I'll probably be fine. So, yeah, it's a good time for us right now as far as the secondary goes. We got to worry about Tavares Ward. Yeah. And, Eric, here's the thing. If you got a player that we come close to and he has a tragedy like this in his life, do you just, wow.
Yeah.
Tavares, we really appreciate you for all you've done for this team. And you know how we felt about you and the separation between you and your child. But we've got to make a decision here as far as business goes, and we think you can make more money. And we got your interest involved in that as well. We think you can make more money going out as a free agent now and capitalizing on that. You're a great football player, but we're just not sure if we can actually pay you what you're worth. And so you have that conversation, right? I just don't. We have Bernardo Green, a youngster's coming along. You got Demo. Now you got your bookends. All they really need now is a guy to can play the slot. Demo can do that. Ideally, if you can bring Tavares Ward back, you do, because he ain't that old. So But I got a feeling that's going to end. That's a lot of money they gave to Demo.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm looking forward to this week because it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. A lot of hooping and hollering and screaming. Because, we got tradition now, Eric. This goes back. I mean, the Legion of Boom, we know your people know ours.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Pete Carroll was still on board. Eric, I started to grow to like him at one point. The gum chewing on the sideline, the way he'd come after.
I tell you, he always had a piece of gum.
Always. I wonder how much money Pete paid a year for all that chewing gum. I bet it was in the thousands.
Well, definitely. It was definitely in that range, yeah.
He's never standing still. He's pacing up and down the sidelines like a lion in a cage. He's over when he got to the officials. It was always hilarious. Pete's face just told the whole story. The official's standing there with his back to Pete, and Pete's yelling at him from behind, and he's not paying him any. I always say, "Pete, louder, Pete! He can't hear you." So we miss him. I know you guys do. So, but honestly, Eric, I got to ask you though, what is going on in Santa Clara with Geno Smith? Why haven't they made any effort to at least draft another quarterback?
I think this year, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know all that. I just got a feeling that this is the year that it's going to happen. Because you're exactly right. Geno is not getting any younger, not playing as well as he used to be, not playing as well.
He kind of hit a new peak, though, last year. He actually looked decent the past 2 years before this. This is his third year since he got reinstated as a starter, right? Russ has been gone for a while now, hasn't he? 3 years. He spent 2 years pissing off the Broncos, and now he's making. Russ is making a comeback. Eric, Russ is looking good in Pittsburgh. I want to see.
I'm looking forward. I have a good friend of mine who's a big Pittsburgh fan, and I'm just so happy that he's doing well.
Yeah. Because I thought he was washed up, actually, but so he's making a comeback.
And me too. I didn't know what to think, and then he comes out and he does all of this.
I tell you what. He's going to get better every week, too, because he's got some really great receivers over there. And and the defense, oh, my God. I mean, I really think that TJ Watts. If I was on a committee that was watching players and thinking maybe they might need drug testing, TJ would be in my office every few weeks. TJ plays like he's lost his mind sometimes. That's not normal. Not like he does. God. Eric, we got to go, though. I'll see you Friday. All right. Oh, it's good. I can't wait till Friday, Eric. We're going to get scores in. All right. I'll see you Friday.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a score prediction or not, but I'll definitely call in.
You can do it. You got to do it, Eric. It makes it more fun. All right. I'll see you Friday. All right. Yo, Ellis. Ellis.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Ellis, come on in, man. Demo, I'm still waiting for Charles. Charles won't call now. Charles and I have been going back and forth for a couple of years about Deommodore Lenoir. And lo and behold, you know how you got something right. You can't wait to talk to the person you was arguing with.
Right.
You've never been a hardcore get Demo out of here kind of guy though. But what your feeling on this about Demo getting signed? Are you okay with that? You think it was way too much money? So the 49ers have waited? Anything you might be going through your mind? And give some praise to the CMC. Well, I'm all over that, man. I'm CMC. You come back and all of a sudden we look like an offense that I can appreciate for the most part.
Yeah, man. Look, for a 5th round pick,
right?
I mean, he just continued to get better and better, and now in my opinion, he's our best corner. I like him better than Charvarius. If I'm being totally honest.
You're right. DC's do too. They're not throwing it. They throw to Charvarius more this year, way more than they throw to Demo. I don't know what DCs are seeing. We're seeing it now, though.
Yeah. So I mean, the deal was necessary. They got it out the way early. Hopefully that becomes a pattern. Hopefully they can go ahead and extend Brock before the season is out and get ahead of it. I think it would make sense, but maybe Brock's representation and stuff may want to wait till the end of the season. But if Brock is in a space more like where Demo is at and it's like, hey man, I want to stay with this team. I don't care. I don't need to be the top paid guy, whatever, just give me the ballpark of what it is that I'm, deserved or, what the market is. And, what I'm saying, let's meet in the middle. And, I think it would be wise down the line to go ahead and do that, Brock's, I don't know. I'm seeing Brock getting like, 5-6 year minimum extension. I don't see this being like a 3 or 4. Yeah. I think it would be stupid to do a 3 or 4.
And how much you give him? I'm thinking like you. I'm giving him 55.
Yeah, it has to be over. It has to be over 50.
I give him 55.
Yeah.
I like you're saying.
Go ahead
see what he says.
Yeah. I don't see why not. I don't see why he wouldn't take it. It's more money than, it's more money than he's ever seen in his life, and it's you're playing for a team
that you really like.
That he could. I know he wants to be a Niner. He could have went to any other team. He could have been picked up by the fucking Bears, and could have been like on his 4th or 5th team right now by the time, for the year he got drafted.
Oh yeah,
because he never would have really got the opportunity. It was God sent that opportunity and how everything kind of happened. And then, he was able to go and really show his stuff, because on other teams, he likely wouldn't have been able to do that. That's just kind of my take on it. And he loves playing here. So,
just pack it up with incentives. Yeah. So you make all these particular goals. Brock, you'll be making nearly $70 million. That's the way you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and hook him up. But the Demo extension, man, was necessary. That we all pretty much, for the most part, were in agreement that Charvarius wasn't going to get extended. So he's gonna,
he's
gonna be looking for a new home.
I just want you to amplify on that a bit. You said we know Charvarius is not going to extend because he wants to stay with the 49ers.
We're
made that clear.
Well, shit. If he ain't trying to stay for, if he ain't trying to give us a discount, Renardo Green is there now. They're giving him with the burn that he's getting this year as a rookie. You can almost put him in as a shoe-in next year for starting corner, and then we can get another corner in the draft that can come in and start playing right away, or we can depend on if Rock Ya-Sin wants to stay around. Whoever Kyle likes the most, between him and that fella from South Alabama, even though he keeps screwing up on special teams, maybe they need to stop putting his ass at special teams. Let him play corner. You know what I'm saying?
But your collection, Alice, if I got Renard on one side and Charvarius on the other, I already know Demo can play the slot. There you go. That's a knock dead.
Well, Demo can play everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm saying,
well, that's why he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to want, I think, too much money. We're likely not going to re-sign Aaron Banks.
You know, because he's gonna probably
Ellis,
price
oh
himself
my
out.
God, Ellis got people not getting signed. Aaron Banks is leaving. What are we gonna do? No,
I just don't see it. I mean,
really?
I don't know. Not with Brock. We just paid. We just paid Demo. Dre Greenlaw is going to be
maybe put
a
Pooney
free
over
agent.
there?
I know he'll be cheaper. Talanoa Hufanga. I mean, if we had to keep, if we was going to keep any of them three, I would say keep Aaron Banks as a guard than keeping Talanoa Hufanga. But Dre Greenlaw will be cheaper. So I think we keep Dre no matter what. I think Dre's going to stay.
His contract isn't up yet. I don't think.
After the season, Ronbo, he's restricted or unrestricted free agent, I believe. After
Greenlaw? Is that right? I thought we just signed him. Oh, that's right. It's been damn near 3 seasons.
This is the third year since that extension. We signed him, we gave him a 3-year extension, from what I understand.
Oh.
So, him, Talanoa, Aaron Banks, Brock, which he's getting paid guaranteed, and then we just did Demo. I just some of these guys are going to be, what we always say, cap casualties.
Oh.
This will probably be unless he takes a big time discount or something like that. I'm sure that which I think maybe he will or maybe he won't. Shit, Kyle Juszczyk, this might be his last year, likely so, because he's what people were saying is overpaid or whatever at the position, but I think
they can say
I know
he took a pay cut.
I don't know I don't know how you replace him, honestly. In a run game for many years, he might be taking. Yeah, but shit, we can't line up tight ends at fullback all the time because they don't move as fast. I mean, and we're not going to use George as our fullback, and Jake Tongus or Tongus or whatever. He ain't, he's not really showing to be too much. It ain't Jordan Willis. It ain't no. Come on, man.
Nobody reminds you of Juice. Well, E, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna go. I'll be looking for you Friday, bringing that score.
Yeah.
Telling
That's
us
a bet.
why.
That's a bet.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for the platform as always, family. Shout out production.
Thank you.
Shout out to the family, man. Tony, Tone. Shout out Show, the Dragon family. Donut, Tanisha. Shout out Frank. Shout out everybody, man. Don't know what it is, We're gonna keep it locked in. Let's keep stacking. Let's keep working. Keep stacking these W's.
Yep.
I'm over here at the store about to get to the house and get ready for mañana.
All right.
All right, family.
Man.
Peace and love.
Appreciate you, fam. Night, Ellis.
Salute. Yes, sir.
J-Tan, why'd you drop that? J-Tan erased that. See, J-Tan's a gentleman. He said SC means more to Los Angeles than the Rams. I think that's the statement he took out that I was praising. You're damn right. Maybe SC they got history. They never left and went to St. Louis. They've been winning championships way more than the Rams will ever even dream about. Hey, J-Tan, that's not a bad statement. I think that goes for UCLA as well. Rams. Hey, Tony, ATL.
Ronbo, good evening. Good evening,
fam. Tony's fam nowadays. I'm going to stop fighting it. He don't mind. Oh, God, there's Jim Everett, the guy who attacked, actually came after me on Instagram talking trash. Tony, fix this in your mind for a second, though. How is it you've won, and since they don't want to count any trophies from the last century, you've won one trophy. Period. And
they shouldn't have won that way.
Yeah, and they've already decided that none of our trophies from the past count. They deleted those. And, everybody knows the truth about the Rams and everybody else in the league. They are not. That's why how do you talk trash? I want to see what that kind of guy even looks like.
Just like you and I talked about at the end of your show the other night, we talked about the Rams going from Cleveland to L.A. to Inglewood to St. Louis to Anaheim.
Oh, yeah, Anaheim. Anaheim was in there. Yeah.
They came to have a home. They were so bad in Anaheim. Eric Dickerson wanted out of there because they didn't want to pay him. Remember that?
I couldn't understand why they moved anyway. They weren't making any money. You're the largest sports market in the country. What is the problem with revenue? So I love it.
It's the organization.
Yeah.
It's like they won the Super Bowl in 2021, 2022. Everybody wanted to leave, and one by one they got out of there.
And some of them were leaving in a hurry too. They knew what was coming next, and lo and behold, they were right.
Yes, sir.
Rams been spilling like booty for since that day. Actually, that was it. I mean, I knew they bought it. They bought that championship. That's the only way they were going to win. They don't know how to build a team, and for sustainability.
The only time they got any love, Ronbo, is when they were in St. Louis. People loved them then.
Yeah, I know, right? And then they left. And by the way, Rams on Santa Clara, I did not block Rudy. Get some information before you start talking your drivel. Why would I block Rudy? For you people who think I'm afraid of Rudy and would block him, you've got to be out of your freaking mind. Tony, go ahead. Block me. I'm so scared of Rudy.
Somebody in the chat said the reason Rudy ain't been around because he finally had that operation. And when he come back, he's going to be Ruby, not Rudy, Ruby with a B. That's what I heard.
I'll go with that. Now, Rudy, I give Rudy some credit. He has a little shame. Rudy knows he has no business talking too much trash up in here. Now, he can do it on the net or on other social media platforms, but coming in here talking trash, he look as foolish as Texas boy, and that's real foolish. The rest of these clowns, these guys got no heart, man. They got no pride. So that's why they're in there talking. Just kind of strange. But that's fine. You guys are in here. You guys are here as fodder. We feed on you.
It ain't been 48 hours since they got embarrassed, not scoring a touchdown, and they back in here talking trash.
Losing with them is a way of life. They accept it.
Way of life.
Of their life.
Hey, Ronbo, they got a receiver. I think now we started to see. You remember Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
That year he almost had 2,000 yards, but he had probably 200 targets.
Yeah.
And now he's breaking down. And then Puka Nacua had that good season last year. What has he done this year? Nothing.
He got hurt.
They got another receiver. It's DeMarcus Robinson. He's having a pretty good season this year.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, Tony, since we do have enough class to say things you should say about a team, that guy they got on a defensive line, that guy's a beast. He really is.
Are you talking about the rookie verse?
He is rookie, isn't he? When I realized,
yep.
Yeah, when I realized he was really seriously good, offensive lineman went to block him. He took one hand and threw the dude to his left and went after the quarterback. I said, I've not seen that before. I mean, ever. That was interesting.
I was just looking. I thought that guy was familiar. That DeMarcus Robinson that's having a good year. He used to play with KC.
Oh, yeah.
They drafted him in 2016. He's a big, tall receiver. He's balling with the Rams. But, KC had so many receivers, he was down on the depth chart.
Yeah. KC, Tony, talk about them for a minute. KC is not playing good football. They're not. Actually, their offense is, it's okay, but they're not raising hell. And
this is just like last year. It was the defense that's carrying them.
And they're undefeated, though.
Yeah, they got lucky last Sunday, though. A blocked field goal.
You know how many Sundays they've gotten lucky? They're a frightening team. And the refs
they play Buffalo. It's going to be a good test this Sunday. They're at Buffalo. Let's see what happens. I heard Buffalo got some players banged up, though, but let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah, well,
That's what I heard.
Man,
that's what I heard.
And
Ronbo, they crying in Dallas. And I'm like, keep crying.
I don't know what to
cry. River, cry lake. We don't care. Y'all deserve this. They get what they deserve.
Until you guys, Jerry Jones has got to give that team to his son, or find a way to get out of the way. The coach can't
sell the team. Sell it.
Tony, they bring in head coaches, and Jerry, first thing he does is neuter them and tell them that they will do as they're told. You just be my mouthpiece on the field. I'll tell you what I want done. Now you get down there and you win me some ball games. Right? Jerry, he is
and he'll do it. He said, y'all win the ball games and I'll do the talking.
And he means it too.
You know what, Ronbo? If that's the case, maybe Deion won't take that job if they offer it to him.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted your thought on that. Why would Deion come there knowing Jerry? He knows Jerry as well as everybody does. Deion's not going to put up with that. And would you bring in his what's Deion's kid's name?
It's Shadir, the quarterback, Shadir.
Hey, Tony, tell me about Shadir. Is he as good as they make him out to be?
He's good, Ronbo, but he'll get hurt if you knock him off. He's a tough kid though. 6'4", 6'5". He's taken a lot of punishment in college his last 2 years.
Offensive line,
they've gotten a little bit better. But he like last week he threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Threw for 379, but you got to make that transition. Sometimes it might take time.
Well, and Shadir's got some of his dad's speed, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Can he get out of there and move out? Okay.
Yeah, he knows how to get outside the pocket. I wouldn't say he has his dad's speed. No.
I know as a matter of fact, not many human beings did. Deion Sanders could jam, boy. God, Jesus. But Tony, I'll tell you, mobile quarterback, so he's right. Stay in the pocket, navigate from there. But you know what people don't realize?
Keep them in their pocket.
Yeah, mobile quarterbacks, they can go out and create and make things happen. Mobile quarterbacks get sacked more than guys who stay in the pocket. It's really funny. 1, 2, 3, get rid of the ball. If you're still standing around trying to make things happen and all that stuff, you end up looking like Caleb over in Chicago. And Caleb has to realize he's not at SC. That's why, but the OC, that's why they had to get rid of him too, though. Chicago's becoming a place where quarterbacks go to, kids get drafted to go to, and finish their careers up within a couple of years. That's a sad thing.
And like I said, I'm not sold on Caleb. Every time anybody says something about Caleb Williams, I'll say just go back to the 2022 Pac-12 championship game. That's Caleb Williams, scared, erratic, hurries the ball when you put pressure on him. He's not doing good now.
No, he was looking good. He was looking better about 3 weeks ago. I was pretty impressive.
About 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. He went up against Jalen, and he came out for that because ego got involved. Well, Jalen, man, you ain't coming in kicking my ass. Not with ease. But he ended up winning anyway.
Ronbo, what's your opinion? Do you think some of these quarterbacks need a good quarterbacks coach?
Oh, always. Because they don't know.
Yes,
they just come out of college. All they know is what they were doing in college, which is not to be confused with pro football.
Mm-hmm. Is Brian Greasy still with your organization?
Yeah. Great QB
doing a
coach.
good job.
I have no idea. I was with everybody else. Well, Brian Greasy's got no experience as a coach. What the hell you doing, Kyle? Everything that goes on. What you doing, Kyle? But that was a good move.
I don't know. He did pretty good last year.
Yeah. I mean, Brock Purdy, I don't know if he'd be as good as he is without Greasy.
Now, when you got Christian McCaffrey back, are you going to give him a few carries, Mason a few carries, and then your rookie a few carries?
No.
By committee, so you won't overwork?
No. Kyle still has trust issues, and Mason and Grindo.
He needs to come off of that.
They can wear their house shoes when they come out on the field. They can stay in uniform, but there's no point in being uncomfortable because you're not coming into the game. My God, Kyle, that's a shame. I did
see on the injury report that the one right tackle that the Seahawks drafted 2 years ago that I liked by the Washington State, Abraham Lucas. Mm-hmm. He had that great rookie year. Then he was hurt last year. Mm-hmm. Well, he's coming. He ain't played at all this year. He's coming off the injury list. But I don't know if they're going to start him because they got somebody penciled in as a starter that started in place of him. So, but he's off IR. Abraham Lucas.
He should be pretty rusty. I wish we had more time. We're out of time. I want to know what happened to that linebacker. If you know anything about him in Seattle, they just excused him. He was one of the better players. What the hell did he do? Or did you know?
I don't know. I got to get some information on that. Yeah, I know they made a couple of trades here and there, but
let's find out more because that guy. Whoa! But we're gonna go. I'll see you Friday, and we'll run scores.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in here and start messing with this Ram. I call it Ram don't own Jack. You call it Ram on Santa Clara. Rams don't own Jack is what I call them. Get in here and rough them up a little bit.
The poor souls. They've been so abused that now they're resorting to just foolishness. Guy claims that Rudy owns me. You see how delusional and bizarre they are? Rudy,
you said that about Ready to Blow. You said Ready to Blow says the most stupidest thing. You said that earlier.
Of all people to call soft, Ronnie Lott?
Yeah, no, yeah, he out his mind.
And now Nick Bosa?
He don't know football.
He just says things trying to get a reaction. Anyway, Tony,
one of the all-time
always a pleasure. I'll see you Friday.
Always a pleasure. And the history, fun fact, I've said this before, the 1969 Rams started the season 11-0, lost their last 3 games, and lost the first playoff game. Didn't even go to the Super Bowl. It was 11-0.
Oh!
Good night, Ronbo.
Go Hornheads.
that says enough about the Rams right there. You start 11-0 and don't even go to the Super Bowl.
Well,
lose the rest of your games.
It's that kind of constant embarrassment that goes back for decades that causes a man to lose his mind. You've got to know when to let go.
They had Deacon Jones back then. Ooh. Go figure.
I tell you, that was the fearsome foursome. They were fun. Tony, I will see you Friday. All right.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Night, Tony. And it's Tony from Down Under's favorite guy, that marvelous Boston. Brian.
Yeah, what it do, player?
Hey, Tony, Brian, if there's one Ram fan I do enjoy, it's him. But Marketing Pro is hilarious.
Yeah, but did you notice what happened on Monday night? They all dropped off like a pile of flies.
I know. Market Pro, the rest of them could have left, but you could have hung out. I give you love. But the rest of them, boy, there's some strange people.
They couldn't stand the humiliation of staying around, Ronbo. They just had to leave, you know.
We knew that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. It was beautiful. Sorry I didn't call in Monday, but I was just having fun kicking back, laughing at that game.
You and me both. I had it all while I was doing the show. I couldn't stop watching. It was so much fun.
You know,
go ahead.
You know, if the Lambs own anything, it's field goals.
We know what somebody might think about the thing is Stafford when he threw that pick. I watched that. Oh, that's going right to him, a Dolphin. Oh, no! God, good job, Matty. Oh, a game a week means an INT.
Well, it's like you said, I think he's a year or so away from retirement, Ronbo.
Oh, no, they're not going to wait that long, Brian. I think he gets they tried to trade him year before last. I think this year they're really going to seriously get it. The Rams have got to go ahead. They've got the nucleus of a pretty good team, actually. Get rid of Stafford, go with whomever, and get some draft picks if you can. Stafford will probably get you a third-round pick at least.
He's costing them, what, $40 million a year?
Yeah, I mean, why pay all that money? That's what I'm saying. Go out and get somebody serviceable, and get the draft picks and start.
No wonder they can't afford their own stadium.
You know,
they pay their people too much.
I mean, the thing
it's crazy.
And most of them left were getting paid too much. I wonder if they're still paying those people. The ones that just wanted to get the hell up out of L.A. as fast as possible after that Super Bowl year because they knew what was coming.
Well, I think that's why we did that big signing today, so he wouldn't go to L.A., maybe. That's why we signed him right away.
Oh, right?
I was kind of shocked by that because, you know, like you say, we usually wait until the end of the year, then they know they can get more money.
Yep. and wait all the way till August. I mean, we're talking just coming out of winter, and you're not going to get paid until middle of or late in the summer. We're going to argue about it. You're not going to appreciate our first offer, of course. That's pretty much routine with us. We're going to see what you like, and we're going to tell you there's no way that's going to happen, and that's going to drag on and on.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of smart on the 49ers' part, but I don't know. They gave him a lot of money. I hope he owns up to it, Ronbo. You know
I do
what
too.
I'm saying?
I do too. 5 year, but 5 years. They scattered over 5 years. I think most players don't like to have it that long unless they can get them. They'll take 3 or 4 years or something like that, and then renew that contract and get more money. Because Demo's locked in. He'll be 30 years old when this contract expires. Should he go the whole route?
Yeah. Did you see how much it was guaranteed? I didn't see that.
No,
part.
I'm waiting for the. They haven't given the full details. They just told you. They just gave us that number so far. So.
Well, hey, we got the mighty Sea Chickens this Sunday, huh?
Yeah.
So, if I'm reading this right, if we beat them, and apologize to Eric Wallace, but if we beat you guys on Sunday, that'll be 3 years in a row that we swept you. Am I wrong, Ronbo?
No, you're right. I think it's so funny. Eric is one of the reasons why I'm not going to talk major crap about the team. I like him,
right?
So I can respect him, and
Eric's
for that
great.
reason, if the rest of Hawks fans, including GD, can thank him.
Props to Eric Wallace, but Gina D, you're scum, and you're going to get beat. And I know you're going to be trolling us on Sunday.
Oh, God.
I'll see you then, buddy.
Yeah. He'll troll for a few minutes. Usually at the beginning of the game, the 49ers like to start out slow, and like we do against a lot of teams, and then the Rams fans show up. The Hawks fans, other than Eric, is always showing up, but I mean the rest of them show up. And who else? Don Bird doesn't have a contingent because there's no reason to if you're a Detroit Lion fan, right? So I don't know.
Was Gina D? Was he Seahawk Rain? Is it the same guy?
I don't know.
I think so.
What happens? Joseph Smiley used to piss me off.
Smiley just disappeared, man. I think he's just too embarrassed to come on your show. He just can't handle it anymore.
And you couldn't miss his name on there, Brian. Those big caps, Joseph Smiley,
right?
And then there'd be that crap underneath his name. And it's like, oh man, look at this dude, man.
You know me, I do everything in caps, but
Joseph Smiley, even his name's in caps.
Yeah, well, I do it so those blind lamb fans can see what I'm saying. I know they're not the greatest at seeing things. So
you have a right to. You're a 49er fan in a 49er chat. Who the hell is Joseph Smiley? God, no.
Yeah, bunch of clowns, Ronbo, but there are clowns, and we love making fun of them. It's entertainment, man. That's all you can say, but
give some praise to CMC, man. I'm telling you right now, the dude is my favorite dude right about now.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. To me, use Mason and Garendo as our pounders on that line. I like when CMC is out in the flat catching passes.
Oh, he's awesome.
So dominant that way.
Against linebackers can't cover him either? Oh.
No. And Ronbo, did you notice when he was catching passes in the flat, it opened up our guys more. Guys were getting a separation, and they were getting – that's what I saw.
Clearly.
I saw that guys were catching.
It was beautiful.
He just opens the field so much more. I wish Kyle would – I don't want to see him hitting that line and getting hurt. Save that for the playoffs or the Super Bowl, hopefully, if we get there.
And Mason Garendo can handle that, especially Mason. He thrives under that. So
those two guys are built for that. I know CMC can do it, but he's not 100% yet. I would just Ronbo. He's so much better when he's catching a 3-4 yard pass. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, God, get him in space. Good Lord, he's tough.
Oh yeah.
Well, Brian,
I just hope.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're going to go and...
Scores on Friday, buddy.
Scores on Friday. All right.
All right, cool. Hey, it was a pleasure following the great Tony. I know he's usually last, but Tony Wright, you're the man.
Yeah, Tony Wright, yeah.
My non-Vegemite eating friend down there in Australia. Hope you're doing good, buddy.
We added another Tony recently, too. He's out of the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah.
How many we got?
Okay.
We got like 5 Tonys now.
That's a lot of Tonys, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know how you keep up with them all. It's crazy.
We do have. It's funny. We have ID marks for him. Tony's ATL, Tony Down Under, Tony East Bay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's 3. I'm missing a Tony. See, we got so many now. I know.
Tony Hawaii.
Hawaii. Brother from another mother, Tony. Yeah, it's 4. Yeah. I think there is a 5th one too. Yeah, all right.
You should just call Hawaii Tony Hawaii 5-0. Just call him
I like that even better. 5-0. Tony.
Just start doing that theme, the 5-0 theme when he comes on.
Yeah. We got to remember to do that too. Hey, Ian Sharp says, yeah, when you put Tony in, just put Vegemite. The funny thing about it is, Tony doesn't even like Vegemite. He's one of the I've never talked to enough Aussies to get the full thing on that, because Aussies is synonymous with Vegemite. So I just assumed he doesn't.
Yeah, and they don't eat it they don't like Vegemite, and they don't drink Foster's. I know that for a fact. Foster's is not a thing for them either.
Foster's was the #1 beer in San Francisco for a number of years, and Aussies don't even like it. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh.
There's a Brit beer too that Brits don't like in that gold can. But it starts with a B. I love that beer. Brits don't.
It's probably like PBR. It's like, it can't be any worse than PBR or like a Hams or something. Probably like that.
I know, right? Or the beer that Europeans hate, and because we love it, right? But I'll take a Budweiser in a minute. I have no problem with it. And it's not even beer. What do you mean it's not even beer? You know what?
Well, Bud Light is the official sponsor of the Seattle Seahawks this weekend.
Hey, okay.
Hey, Ronbo, I'll let you go, man.
I'll see you. All right, fam. I'll see you Friday.
All right. Shout out to everybody. And Michael, shout out to you, buddy. And Nikita. And Ray Jr. and William. And Maddie, your Oregon Ducks, man. They got to do it. All right, man.
That's right, huh?
Hey, Ronbo, you have a good night, buddy.
You too, Brian. See you later, Phil.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye, you guys.
There you go.
Hey, Ronbo.
Yo.
Ronbo is
Go ahead, Ellis. Go ahead.
I kept hearing you talk about Carlson. He got signed to the Jets. They picked him up a few days ago.
I forgot he's on the practice squad anyway. They probably just brought him up. Damn it. We got no options.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a plan.
Well, if he's still on the practice squad, we could try to scoop him if we get desperate. But shit, that may not be a guarantee.
No, but if they brought him up,
they might bring him up. They might bring him up to the active roster just so we can't scoop him.
What's wrong with their kicker?
All right.
Who kicks for them? Who's their starter?
Ain't no telling, but they always want what we got, man.
Yeah, but
make everybody look good.
The Jets are done, and I can't. If there's going to be one thing we can laugh about the end of the season if we don't win, is the Jets. Boy, went and spent all that money and did everything Aaron asked him to do and come up short, and there's no way the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. There is no way.
Yeah, he wants to check out. Devontae over there now. Devontae over there, and shit. He probably like, man, this is what you had me come over here for. Anyway, I just wanted to tap in because I've been hearing you say it. And I forgot to say that during
I was getting excited about it too. Yeah, thank
when
you.
They had to scoop him up.
I can calm down. Okay, it's not going to happen.
All right, champ.
All right, night, Ellis.
All right, family. Peace.
Well, Bill, there goes our plan. Bill and I had that all worked out. Damn it. Are you? Well, there you go, fam. You've got to depend on Jake Moody. Anybody? We saw it. We saw the guy we just had is okay, but anybody else? Oh, Christian, Modelo is the beer. Canadians don't. Also, Canadians aren't really crazy about Molson Golden. I found out too. Let's take that back. Some Canadians like Molson, but it's not a unanimous thing. Beer is funny from one country. You know what I'd really love to go to? Every time I see photos of Oktoberfest, I really wish I could attend that because if a beer is good, I like it. I don't like to drink beer in the winter months because it just doesn't hit me the same way. In summertime, I can throw down a brew, boy. But pretty funny how beers that are loved, known to be attached to countries are not really what the people in the country like. Carlson, H.R. Carlson got cut when Moody returned. Boo said, yeah, that's what. Hey, fam, we out of here. Come on, I'll see you Friday. And let's bring those scores and talk about that. And your favorite beer. Thanks for the contribution, fan. And I'll see you Friday. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't be afraid. Go and subscribe. It's good. It's okay. I'll just be giving you notices when to come on in and say, let's go. Niners!